Hey guys, it's Miss Mathot. I'm here to just make some videos on the new topics that we're going to learn this week. Today we're going to start with volumes of pyramids and cones. This is the last thing we left off with at school before spring break, and we're going to review it one more time. So volume is the measure of the space that a figure takes up. Okay, when we talk about the volume of a pyramid, here's my little pyramid drawing. Okay. The volume is going to be 1/3 times the area of its base, which is B, times the height, which is H. Now, sometimes they don't give us the height. The height would be from the top of the pyramid to the bottom, right, of the actual pyramid. But sometimes they give us this slant height. And the slant height is this like fancy L symbol, okay, and it's talking about this line right here. This is the slant. It could be this one, but it's talking about the slanted height of the pyramid. And we're going to look and see how we can use the slant height to solve problems. Next, we're going to look at the volumes of cones. Okay, cones being like an ice cream cone. Okay? So, to find the volume of a cone, we take 1/3 times pi, which is 3.14. times the radius squared times the height, which is h. Now, if we're given a problem and they don't give us the radius, but they give us the diameter, we can easily find the radius by taking the diameter and dividing by 2. Okay, now let's take a look at some questions. Let's do some together problems. Okay, so together questions. We have the area of a base of the pyramid is 300,000 feet squared. Its height is 320 feet. They want to know what's the volume of the pyramid. So we're given the formula for the pyramid. 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. Now they tell us the area of the base, okay, which is capital B, is 300,000 feet squared. Okay, then they tell us the height is 320 feet. So now I'm just going to plug these values into my formula. I have V equals 1/3. I'm going to put everything in parentheses, okay, times 300,000 times 320. So what you're going to do is you're just going to type all of that into your calculator. So you're going to turn it on, parenthesis, 1 divided by 3, and then another parenthesis, 300,000, make sure you put enough zeros, and then another parenthesis, 320, close the parenthesis, hit equals, and we are given this long, big number. We're given 32 billion feet, okay, and the units is, I have feet squared times feet, so 2 times 1, even though you think it's, we're talking about when we do feet times feet times feet, it's actually going to be cubed, not just 2 times 1. Okay, so that is our answer. Big number. Okay, I'm going to clear my calculator. Let's go to the next problem. I have find the volume of a regular square pyramid with the base length. Okay, they didn't give us the area of the base. They only gave us the base length, which is 40 meters and a slant height of 25 meters. So I'm going to try and draw you a pyramid. Let's see. We have top here. Okay, that's a really bad pyramid. Okay, but they tell us that this is 40. They don't tell us the area yet. But to find the area, I'm just going to do 40 times 40 because I know it's a square. So 40 times 40. So the area of the base is going to be 1,600 meters squared. Okay, that's not the answer to the problem, but we're going to need that. Okay, we need to find the height now, and then we can just plug it in. So we're going to take, and we're told that the slant height, which is this part, is 25. We need to find this part. So if you look from here to here, which is going to be the slant height, basically this makes a triangle. So we have a triangle. This is 25. We don't know the actual height, and then if we were to split this in half, half of 40 is 20. Okay, and then we're going to use a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay, c squared is the diagonal part, so it's 25. Okay, b is going to be 20. Let's see, is that right? Yeah. 20 squared. And then we have a squared is going to be our slant. It's going to be our h. My bad. H squared plus 20 squared equals 25 squared. So we don't know h squared. 20 squared is 400. And 25 squared is 625. Okay, I'm going to solve for h, so I subtract 400. H squared is equal to 225. Take the square root. Okay, so then I get h by itself, the square root of 225. I type that into my calculator. If you have a calculator like this, you have to hit square root. And then 225, close the parenthesis, and you get 15. Okay, on some other calculators, you hit 225 and then hit the square root sign. You might have to try both. So I have my h, I have my b. Now I'm plugging it in. A third, base, area, and height. So I have a third times 1600 times 15. I'm going to put that all in parentheses, type it into my calculator, then I'm going to solve. 1600 times 15. Okay. And I get 8,000. So the volume is 8,000, and it's meters squared times meter here. So it's meters cubed. Volume is always going to be in cube. Okay, so this one is our answer. Okay, so always feel free to pause the video if you need to copy something down. We have two more. So the volume of a cone whose diameter is 8 feet and the height is 6 feet. So all we're going to do, well, we'll notice that we have diameter and not radius. So first thing I need to do is convert that to radius. So 8 divided by 2, which is 4. So my r is 4 and my h is 6. So I'll just plug it in. Pi, remember pi is 3.14. 1/3 times 3.14, r, which is 4, squared times h, which was 6. So I'm going to simplify it just a little bit more, and then we can solve. 3.14. 4 squared means 4 times 4, which is 16, and then times 6. So now I'll just go ahead and multiply all of this. 1 divided by 3, 3.14. times 16 times 6, I get 100.48. And then we have in feet, and remember it's always cubed for volume. So that is our answer. Okay, let me leave it there. You can pause it and copy it down. Last one. Find the volume of the cone whose radius is 7 meters and height is 9 meters. So I have my radius and I have my height. I'm just going to plug everything in now. So I have 1/3. Pi is 3.14. Radius is 7, so 7 squared. And height is 9. Simplify it once more and then plug everything in. 7 times 7 is 49, and then times 9. Plug that all into my calculator. Okay, and then you should get 461.58, and then it's meters again, and cubed because we're talking about volume. Okay, now that we've finished, I want you guys to, if you need to look back to the video, feel free to do so. You guys have 4 problems very, very similar to these of your own that you're going to do now. So if you have any questions, let me know, send me an email. Remember, don't stress, I'm here to help. We're in this together. Okay, bye guys.